How good is this? I mean, the view's all right, but these are even better. They're here at last, Sony's WF-1000XM4s. They're true wireless ANC earbuds, and they're amazing. These are a pre-production issue from Sony. I've been using them for more than a month. This review also doubles as a guide for key features, so if you've just picked up a pair, you might find something useful too. Inside the box there's a short USB A to C cable and just 2 pairs of extra tips. I'll be explaining the importance of these new tips later in the review. This is the black version, but it also comes in what Sony calls platinum silver. The case, which was outrageously large in the previous version, has been reduced by a whopping 40%. This is how they stack up against some of my other cases, the AirPods Pro, Google Pixel Buds and Jabra 85T. The Sonys, while slightly wider and thicker, are the shortest out of the lot. Take out the buds and this is how they measure up against each other. The M4 earbuds are 10% smaller than the M3s. So when it comes to portability, this is a significant improvement by Sony. The case charges via USB or wireless Qi charging. You get the same indicator light that peeks out from the lid on the case as the M3s, but the new buds don't light up themselves. They last so long, it's quite a challenge to test battery life. Sony says you'll get around 8 hours from each charge, even with noise cancelling on. I got close to that during a Zoom session. All up, with a fully charged set of buds and a charged case, you'll get at least 24 hours playback on the go. All these battery specs will vary with volume and noise cancelling settings. If you need a quick boost, a 5-minute charge will give you an hour of listening. So let's see what Sony's packed inside the WF-1000XM4s. A new 6mm driver, a 20% increase in magnet volume, a new integrated V1 processor, dual noise sensor microphones, all combine to produce best-in-class noise cancellation and music reproduction. The other important part is the Sony headphone app. It gives you a stack of control options with Android and iOS. So what do they sound like? Well, let's try them out with my daily driver at the moment. That's the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Get that seal nice and tight. Getting the seal tight is important because if there's any audio leakage, any other sound that comes in through over the top of these tips, then you're going to get a pretty poor experience. The tips play a huge role in making sure Sony's WF-1000XM4s execute noise cancellation properly. With a pair already on the buds and 2 spares, Sony reckons they've got all of our ears covered. I use the large tips, and even though one of my ear canals is slightly smaller than the other, they were a perfect fit. And that's because Sony's done away with the thinner silicone tips, replaced by a thicker elastic foam material that fills the ear canal. I had no discomfort even after a day of continuous use. Now these are designed to handle modern music, or perfected for modern music. It doesn't mean older tracks won't sound that good. It's just perfected for that. So we've got AC/DC here, a bit of Wuthering Heights from Kate Bush. The thing I love about Kate Bush in Wuthering Heights as it comes on now is there's much more presence in the bass when I'm wearing these headphones. Other headphones, including AirPods Pro, just don't give me that bass. So the bass has just kicked in. It sounds beautiful. It's me, I'm Kathy. Some ears might find the bass a little overwhelming, but fortunately there's a lot of tweaking you can do in the app to pull it back. To be clear, there's not a hint of distortion in the bass reproduction. It's remarkably detailed. So I've got pretty diverse music tastes, so I can go from Kate Bush to Blackpink to my favourite band of all time, AC/DC. So let's go to their new album. And I love the fact these guys are still doing records. And I hope they tour once more. It's been a while since I've seen them. Shot in the Dark. AC/DC's always been really good with their stereo mix. And this sounds great. So yes, while designed for modern, loud music with a strong bass performance, the vocals are accurate and clear, as are the instruments, from low to high. The WF-1000XM4s use Bluetooth 5.2 And if you have the right Android device, I'm using the Oppo Find X3 Pro here, using services like Qobuz, you can get incredibly high quality versions of your favourite tracks. Check in the Bluetooth specs to find out if your device can stream high-res music. You can see LDAC here, so this phone is good to go. If you're on an iPhone, LDAC won't work, but the AAC codec does a fine job on iOS. Many will not notice the difference, but take it from me, there is a difference with LDAC. If you want to try Sony's 360 audio, you'll need a subscription to a service like Deezer. I have to say, some of these tracks were not much different to a wide stereo mix, but there is some gold in the catalogue. David Bowie's Space Oddity is a wonderfully mixed 360 experience. If you want to improve lower quality music, and I'm not talking about taste here, there's a digital sound enhancement engine that upscales compressed digital music files in real time. I think it's a good feature. So the music is a winner, but what about noise cancelling?
Noise cancelling.
When you turn it on and you have a tight seal in your ears, it does an incredible job reducing background noise. Sure, at lower volumes, muffled voices and other noises can be heard, so it won't perform miracles. After all, they're earbuds. But when you pump up the volume, it's pretty much just you and the music, no matter where you are. The Sony Headphones app allows you to engage auto wind noise reduction, but that will cost you some battery juice. It worked really well even riding an e-bike, and I never felt they would come loose. They are some of the most secure set of earbuds I've ever used. They also passed the head shake test, even in super slow-mo. A single tap on the left earbud toggles you between noise cancelling mode and ambient mode, the mode that uses microphones to pick up the sounds around you. The amount of ambient sound you let in can be tweaked in the app. You can also temporarily activate this feature like the over-the-ear headphones by gently touching and holding the left bud. You can also use the speak to chat feature. Once selected, the buds will stop what's playing when they hear you speaking.
Oh, hey.
Come on, it's time to go.
As I talk to myself a lot, I turn this feature off. If you sing along with your music, definitely turn it off because it works really well and you'll never finish that track. The right earbud controls playback. 1 tap for pause play, double tap for next track, and triple tap for previous. Press and hold will bring up your digital assistant. What's my next appointment? To activate Bluetooth pairing, press and hold both earbuds until you hear the prompt. IPX4 water resistance rating means sweat and light rain won't be an issue, making the WF-1000XM4's outstanding workout earbuds. The only problem I had was dealing with my little and not so little furry mates.
Oh, not you too.
They just have to be part of the review process every single time. If you like to work out with your phone close by, here's an Apple Music range test, out of line of sight, with a building in the way.
Black pink down there. And when I get to the gate, it'll be about 20 metres. It's still going strong. About 30 metres right at the front.
Voice pickup has improved dramatically from the M3s. Sony is using beamforming mics despite the lack of stems and bone conduction. Here are some real-world examples. We're in lockdown at the moment in Sydney, so I can't just jump on a plane and test how these go in relation to the rumble in the background of an aircraft. But we've got a pretty loud exhaust fan here in our laundry. So this is what it sounds like on the DJI Pocket 2. And this is what it sounds like on the WF-1000XM4s at the other end of the phone cord. So this is a quality test of the WF-1000XM4s with a noisy exhaust fan in the background. How does it sound at the other end? Again, for reference, the core quality of the Apple AirPods Pro with the exhaust fan going in the background. In a quiet area, which is my car. How does this sound? This is a core quality test on the Sony WF-1000XM4s from my car, quiet conditions. For reference, this is a core quality test using the Apple AirPods Pro.
Now this is a big test. I'm cycling at about 30 k's an hour on an e-bike.
Yes, well, let's move on from that. The AirPods weren't much better either. I've got the WF-1000XM4s connected via Bluetooth to Filmic Pro. Bit of noise in the background with the heater. How does it sound in Filmic Pro? How does it look in terms of synchronization? And that brings us to the only serious flaw with the WF-1000XM4s. No Bluetooth multi-point. I mean, it's incredibly frustrating to know that these amazing earbuds, and they are amazing, can't connect simultaneously to two devices like I have here. The Jabra 85Ts can, and I use them during the day, editing or browsing on the MacBook Pro, and then when a phone call comes in on the iPhone, it seamlessly takes the phone call, and when it's over, goes back to the MacBook Pro. And once you get used to that way of working, it's really hard to give up. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Sonys are superior in almost every single way to the Jabras here, but for many people, that's a deal breaker. For me, I don't think so. At $389 Australian dollars, I say they are worth it. The recommended retail price was close to $450. The WF-1000XM4s are available in Australia from mid-July, which is now, but many pre-orders have already sold out. This is what happens when you try to order today on JB Hi-Fi's website. This pre-production review unit was supplied by Sony with no strings attached. Sony had no input into this review and did not see a preview of this video before it went live. They are seeing it when you see it. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already for more in-depth tech reviews.